What the fuck? Where's Jay? Oh, there he is. What happened, Jay? Why was I alone when we started?
I was back. You put me backstage.
I did not put you backstage. That's bullshit. I'm just sitting here enjoying the, 90-second countdown that we have. You were here before we started. What happened?
I don't know. I was backstage for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. I was backstage.
Did you drop out of the StreamYard call and come back in? Well, there he's gone again. So there it is. Not exactly sure what's going on with Jay. Maybe Jay's going to go live stream too. Maybe Jay will live stream at the exact same time. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I thought you were going to start your own stream today, Jay. 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern seems to be the time to go live for everybody. So I didn't know if that was the case or not.
That was weird, man. It just shut down. It said StreamYards put an error on my page saying there's a problem with your StreamYards. I got a big red thing on my screen too. Like alert on the top left.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen to me. Happy Tuesday, Jay. Let's start this again. Hold on. Let's do the entire countdown again. I'm just kidding. We won't do the entire countdown. Good morning, Geeks and Gamers Daily on a Tuesday. And I am here with Jay. In fact, it's not just me, even though that was a surprise to see my big ass face on the fucking screen. How you doing, Jay?
So I'm doing good. I honestly have no idea what's going on. It's so weird. I wonder if I have to restart the whole computer if it happens again.
Maybe just that's the case. Up. I thought maybe you plugged in your new toaster.
I did plug it in, though. That's the thing. Here it is right here, baby. We're going to be cooking some hot dogs live.
Bro, that thing looks like it's smiling at me.
This thing is massive. Look at this thing. Really, what's kind of
funny, it doesn't need to be as big as people think it needs to be, according to James Gunn.
That's true. But right in the front, there was a big sticker that says, for the first few weeks of usage, you might smell like burning metal. They're like, just ignore that.
That's perfectly normal.
Yeah. So
no problems.
So I just get started and now I had an issue. I was really quick running at the Walgreens where I bought some hot dogs. I accidentally bought hamburger buns instead of hot dog buns. But that's okay. It fits in the toast. They fit in the toaster just fine. So we're gonna put those in. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was just in a hurry, I guess. So look at these Nathan wieners, man. We're going in. Let me load them.
Are they all beef? What are they?
Yeah, the Nathan 100% all beef hot dogs. All right, we're gonna load it up. Here we go. So I'm going for the 2 on one side. What do you think? 2 on one side, and we're gonna toast a couple buns.
I think it makes sense. Yeah.
Off we go. All right. What should I set this at? They got 2, 3, 4, and 5. I like mine a little crispy.
I'm going with the 4. All
right, 4. All right, I'm pushing it down. Let's see what happens. If the power dies or I blow a fuse or something.
Well, it's good while it lasted, I suppose. There goes Jay. My guess is that it had nothing to do with a blown fuse, and my guess is that it had to do with whatever is happening with his StreamYard. So isn't that always fun? It's just me. And that's okay. Run a lot of streams solo. I think we can figure this out. Alex McCarthy for $2. Was sick yesterday. Met a PC code RK Outpost or drunk 3PO.
Bro, I got this big notice. Says stability issues noticed. We are working hard to fix the stability issues in StreamYards. We understand that this is messing up certain things. Our engineers are working to ensure to support the browsers. If you use Chrome, Edge, or Firefox, we understand that there is a problem. So I'm hitting the problem. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. At least my hot dogs are cooking.
At least your hot dogs are cooking.
Sorry, dude. I don't even know what's going on. This is crazy. I was on StreamYards for 2 hours just a little while ago. I don't know what happened.
It's all right. It's not your fault. Sloto goes mobile because he didn't know it was gay. For 199. I am 1 year slightly older than yesterday. Oh, a happy birthday, Slodo Goes Mobile. Congratulations on being 1 year older. My birthday's, I got a while before my birthday. I'm gonna be old as shit though. Jay's half Cybertronian son for $10. Hey Ryan, heard you listen to Problems. I've been having trouble lately. My dad left when I was young. Optimus is missing, and the Decepticons recently attacked our base. You got anything for me? Well, if your dad's Jay, there's not much hope for you. But my thing is, I don't think that nearly enough children who are left by their parents actually take responsibility themselves. You are probably annoying as fuck, if I'm just being honest. So maybe do some inner self-reflection. All the children out there whose dad left, their mom left them, or whatever. I know you just want to put all the blame on your parents, okay? And you know what? They deserve some of it. You got to own that shit too. You probably deserve to be left. I'm just saying. I hope that helps. Grizzly Khan for $5. Hell yeah, man. Enjoy that thing. You cleared up room in my laundry room. Oh, Grizzly Khan is the one.
Oh, Grizzly, you sent it to me. Yeah, there it is. Ah, we just got our first pop. I don't think they look cooked though. I don't know.
Touch it.
Smells good.
Touch it.
Let's see. It's freaking hot. I'm gonna cook them again. I like mine a little dark.
Okay.
That's all. I don't know if the buns. All right, everything's good. We're gonna put it on like preferences. 2. A little 2. We'll see how it goes.
Everyone's got preferences. A little dark, white, red hair, blonde, brunette, all that stuff. Partial light skinned Latinas, you never know. Tobias makes me glad. I tried to stream at 7 p.m. so I don't interfere with Ryan or Jay's live streams. Just up against Mario Kart. And OBS is still worse than StreamYard.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it.
Thanks, Tobias. I mean, ultimately, people are going to go live whenever. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. Slodo Goes Mobile because he didn't know it was gay for 5. Ryan, you need to say mobile the way Bane in The Dark Knight Rises does. Makes it funny. Slodo Goes Mobile. All right.
Time to go mobile.
Yeah.
Is that the best?
Slodo Goes Mobile. Andy plays games. Ryan is cool, and Jay is nice.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the big review. Andre CR. Okay, yeah, okay. Is that what I say? Is that how I speak? I don't know what you guys are making fun of right now. When Ryan says, if I'm just being honest, he's about to say something fucking wild. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Remain blessed all. Sometimes that can be a precursor. What the fuck? What are you doing here? We got an imposter. What's up, Jay?
How is that even possible? Is it echoing? What the freak is happening on StreamYards? What is happening? My toaster just popped. My StreamYards is echoey. What the freak?
All right, get your fucking hot dogs out so we can get this part over with. Let's see you fucking down a hot dog and a hamburger bun, Jay.
All right, here we go. They looking good. Good. Look at that thing. It's nice and plump, right? It's hot. I forgot to get I probably shouldn't stick a metal object in here. Of course, we got the gotta have Frenchies, man. Classic yellow mustard. I got a plate.
Frenches, not Frenchies.
Frenches, yeah. What did I say? Frenchies. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I don't know if people want to see me eat this live though. That's kind of weird. So here we go. I'm using my switchblade knife to take it out of the toaster and put it on the bun. Oh man, look at this thing. It's good.
You need 2 buns. I think you need 2 of the hamburger buns next to each other. You know what I mean? Well, fuck. This is going to be a fun stream. Glosser for 5. Yesterday was also my birthday. old fuck, 30 years old, on a flight back to Indiana from Arizona right now. His internet sucks harder than Jay on those glizzies. Ryan.
If this is the show, man, I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's not that much worse than a normal one.
All right, here we go. Ryan's advice. I got 2 hot dog buns together with my switchblade. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there.
See, that almost looks normal.
Yeah, pretty normal. Here we go.
Take a big bite of that thing.
Man, it's good. Woo!
Is it? There you go.
Very.
Little Nathan's hot dog eating. A couple days after the official one. But now you just need 69 more.
I can use a beer, which I won't drink live. It's actually too early in the morning.
Oh, come on. It's 11:30. That's like lunchtime. That is perfectly acceptable time to drink a beer.
I don't have any ketchup in the house. Oh, I do. I do have ketchup. But I want to put my sunglasses on, act like I'm outside.
I ain't gonna lie. There's been some days where I fucking wake up, have my coffee. It's like 8:30. I'm like, you know what? I need a goddamn drink. Bourbon and Coke, pour some vodka, something. You have those days. It's fine. It's perfectly acceptable. No one can tell you what you can or can't do, how early or not. Fuck that.
That's true. That's why I'm an adult. You can do whatever you want. That's right. Within the legal limit. Man, now I'm getting down to like a nice, crispy bun. The hot dog's been cooked through. This is a wonderful tool. Thank you for sending this. Oh my gosh. StreamYards is screwing up for me. I can't believe we had double vision. I don't know.
Sergio Garcia for 2. Is this giving you Jay road trip PTSD, Ryan? I'm not worried about him spilling the mustard in my fucking car, so it's not that bad. That's what would happen if Jay was eating a hot dog in my car. He'd immediately slap that mustard comes sliding out right the backside of that bun, right on my fucking floor. Like, that's what would happen if Jay was doing that.
You wonder how I made it this far in life, huh?
Yeah. We all wonder sometimes.
I'm having another. I'm
There you go.
I'm gonna eat the other one.
Well, while you're preparing that, Jay, why don't we talk about Superman? Because Superman, the premiere, after months and months of highly anticipated debut, the premiere was finally yesterday, and the premiere was flooded with, some critics, but also a lot of just people who have been standing for this movie for the past several months or years. And predictably, I can't believe that this is what the headlines say, Jay. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you, that this is the big headline. Superman first reactions say film soars as a thrilling start to James Gunn's DC universe. David Corenswet is exceptional, sharing off-the-charts chemistry with Rachel Brosnahan. And the reason I said that I'm not really surprised that these are the headlines is because, we see this song and dance quite often. You don't have to go back that far for DC movies. The Flash first reactions call it one of the best superhero movies ever. The Flash first reactions call Ezra Miller film tremendous, as good as rumored. Here's what people are saying about DC's long-awaited superhero event of the summer. And it is very tough in this day and age to take too much of these first reactions seriously, because so many of these people are just influencers who are invited there to hype the movie, and that's what they're doing, is hyping the movie. And if that's your thing, and if you're cool with it, then go for it.
Here's the thing with these influencers. We've cracked the code a few years ago. Every time they tweet out something, they got 2 things that they normally use. Number 1, they use the hashtag. They say they love it. Pretty much the same talking point. And then they always add like a GIF picture or a still from the film. It's the same thing. Like if you go to hashtag Superman and just scroll through it, when you start to see the reviews, it's literally the same thing. It's like, this is this. Here's the hashtag. There's the GIF. Let's move on to the next one. Here's the hashtag. Here's the GIF, or it's still from the movie. Here's the next one. It's like, they're told to set that up that way when they post it on their social media. So
this is the new kind of normal, right? Invite all these people that are going to glaze the film and try to get this tremendous, influencer word of mouth. The question is, how effective will that be? We've seen the same thing from Marvel over the years. We've seen the same thing from Warner Brothers and DC. The truth is, when you start looking through some of these reviews beyond just the random, I can't believe I have 3,000 followers and have been tweeting consistently about this movie, and now I'm invited to the premiere. Those types of things. When you start looking into them, they are a little bit mixed. There is some. I feel like this movie is going to be very divisive. I think people are going to love it, and I think people are going to hate it. I don't think there's going to be too much in the middle. And when you actually start looking into them, it is very mixed. Beyond the stuff that the Superman account is posting or that is being, propped up by that stuff, it is incredibly mixed. And the reason I say it's hard to take some of this stuff seriously is, you have Eric Davis, Fandango, and Rotten Tomatoes here. James Gunn's Superman is the perfect superhero movie and a terrific start to the new DC studios. It's big, bright, exciting, full of hope, never loses a sense of wonder, loved it, blah, blah, blah. A big review of this movie. DC is back. All I got to do is go to his Flash review that he deleted. He deleted this before he went to Superman, probably because he thought people were going to share it. And this is about
sure enough.
This is what he said about The Flash. DC's The Flash is tremendous. Forget DC. It is without a doubt among the best superhero films ever made. An all-timer, inventive storytelling, fantastic, right? And look, that does not mean that he didn't feel that way about The Flash genuinely, and he doesn't feel that way about Superman genuinely. But man, why you delete this? Yeah. Why'd you delete your review of this before you come out and say basically the same thing about Superman? That's what has people questioning this type of shit.
And there it is, the hashtag and the movie still. It's what they do, man.
Yeah. And people are going to have different opinions just because one review leaks about somebody saying, wow, this is trash. And then one review leaks of somebody saying this is the best movie in the world. People have different opinions on movies. We understand that. But if you just read a couple of the big headlines, you think, wow, everyone's saying perfect things about this. Not exactly the case. And it's not surprising that we did have overwhelming positivity from the influencers who were invited to go there, who have been part of marketing this one. That Soups guy, the dude who glazes every Superman thing that's ever been made and every superhero film that's ever made, who is literally part of the marketing for this movie and was on set for this movie. Do you expect him to come out and say, wow, this sucks?
Yeah, no. Not even mid. I expect him to say I expect him to be one of those people that go online and go, we won. We won, everybody. We won. I was like, what the freak does that even mean? You saw a movie that they paid you to go see, and you're like, we won, everybody. We won. What did you win? What did you win? I don't understand that comment. We won. I don't get it. Should I start using that now? Hey, we won. What did you win? I don't know.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
But during the premiere, Mark Malkin, always a big presence there. Mark Malkin, is this the gayest comic book movie ever? Right, that guy. He gets people to say things that they probably shouldn't. That's what Mark Malkin is very good at. And we got some clips yesterday because obviously the interview from James Gunn saying, yes, it's political, talking about how it's an immigration story, stuff like this, obviously got out there, got blown up big time. I do think that there are some people that were overblowing it on more like mainstream news. But nevertheless, it is 100% a story. This headline's a little misleading. James Gunn, Nathan Fillion, and more on MAGA outrage over director saying Superman is an immigrant. I don't have anything to say to anybody spreading hate. It's not exactly what James Gunn said, but we can listen, Jay. We can listen to these clips. Let me actually share the audio.
I want hot dogs, everybody's saying in the chat. Yeah.
More hot dogs. You only had 2, Jay.
That's true for now.
You only had 2. So this is James Gunn's response, and this is the same question that Mark Malkin, the gay dude from Variety who asks all these types of questions, the same dude who got Rachel Zegler to say some things about Snow White on the red carpet, right? The same dude who always does this stuff. These are bait questions. I think James Gunn answers it okay. I can't really say the same thing for his brother, but let's listen.
You said it's an immigrant story. It's a political movie. MAGA today is going nuts. What do you have to say to MAGA?
MAGA?
I think this movie's for everybody. I don't have anything to say to anybody. I'm not here to judge people, you know.
You know, I think this is a movie about kindness, and I think that's something everyone can relate to.
Wait, MAGA's going nuts?
Yes,
Who
was
that freak of MAGA's going nuts?
that was the question that was offered to every single person that walked by Mark Malkin about MAGA going nuts. There's Rachel Brosnahan in the background there. Might end up being my favorite character from the movie, regardless of how well she acts. But yes, MAGA is going nuts about this. And we had this repeated multiple times. Sean Gunn is the one who I think gave the longest response.
Your boss, your brother, talked about Superman being an immigrant. And now MAGA is already upset that he's called Superman an immigrant. I wanted to get your reaction.
You know, my reaction to that is that it is exactly what the movie is about. I think that, like, we support our people, you know, we love our immigrants. Yes, Superman is an immigrant. And yes, the people that we support in this country are immigrants. And if you don't like that, then you're not American. People who say no to immigrants are against the American way. They're against what the American dream is all about.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
Absolutely.
You know, the thing we removed from this movie.
Why does that guy sound like he's been gurgling a bunch of stuff before he does these interviews? What the heck is wrong with his voice? Was that guy eating his own private hot dog before he went out on the stage and asked people these dumb questions about MAGA?
That's just
outrage?
how Mark Malkin talks, like an old gay man who's taken a lot of cock down his throat. Like that is just kind of that's his voice. Always has been. But
the American way is about loving our illegal immigrants.
Yeah, and
Got it.
That is the thing, that there's this discussion going on about immigration and trying to compare this to current modern day immigration. That's what they've done. They're trying to make an immigrant story. That's what they've admitted to. The problem is the discussions, the arguments we're talking about here, it's not some story of somebody, you know, filling out their fucking application, waiting a couple years and coming into this country and assimilating in this country. We're talking about waves of illegal immigrants, right? This is what we're talking about. And the idea that the story of Superman, a baby from another planet who crash lands in the middle of America and is taken as a little tiny baby and raised as an American and completely assimilated in the culture and all of these things, unaware initially that he's anybody else, that he's from anywhere else, all that stuff. The idea that that correlates to the modern type of immigration, like controversies that are out there right now, is nonsensical.
Yeah,
and this is what you have when you have somebody who's asking bait questions and somebody who steps right into the trap, which is saying, if you don't agree with our viewpoint, you're not American. If you don't agree with how we feel about our immigrants, you could just tell that this motherfucker wanted to say, you know, the people who mow our lawns, the people who pick our crops, the people who clean our toilets. You could tell that's what he wanted to fucking say.
Yeah.
But he held back. He's kind of stumbled over his words there. Nathan Fillion was asked as well. A very short response from him.
Oh, James has said that Superman is an immigrant story, that it is political. MAGA today was getting a little upset that he called Superman an immigrant. I wanted to get your reaction.
Somebody needs a hug. It's just a movie, guys. It's just a movie.
Oh,
nice.
There's Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner. I think of all the people, James Gunn handled it the best, right? I think James Gunn handled it the best. Now, again, it was James Gunn's, you know, comments and what it was at the Sunday Times that then got put out, all the different headlines and stuff. This is a result of James Gunn admitting to some of these things that are in the movie. That's why this is a headline. Now, Mark Malkin's blowing it out of proportion so he can ask a question that he knows will get views. And look, he's getting views because, of course, this is what Mark Malkin does. But you also have to know when to fall for the trap and when to let it fly. James Gunn, despite his comments being the ones that got them here, he did not fall for the bait that Mark Malkin gave him on the red carpet. His brother did.
It's all they have left, man, to like, no matter what, it's always Trump's fault. MAGA's fault, whatever. That those are the people that are mad. Basically, like, go watch this movie if you hate Donald Trump. It's so freaking weird. These journalists and people from Hollywood they just live in a weird bubble. They don't understand the real world or how it works or how people even think. It's like, why that is the of all questions that, of course, like you said, he've asked. I'm surprised he didn't ask if this is the gayest Superman ever. Or maybe we missed that question because that guy loves illegal aliens. He loves gays in this country. I guess that's the country that he wants to see. So he's going to use his platform to try to push that messaging, and hopefully he can get some of the biggest people in Hollywood to agree with him and say the same thing. So I guess he feels like he did his patriotic duty in his job. What a retard. Sorry.
Look, Mark Malkin is an expert at this, right? He knows exactly the types of clips that will get them clicks and headlines and stuff. And that he goes up and he says, is this the gayest Marvel show ever? Right? If it's a Star Wars project, what he knows what to say. That he know, and he knows that a lot of people are going to fall for the bait and it's going to get attention. And it worked in some cases in this way. Again, when it comes to the Superman reviews, I'm seeing it later. I'm seeing it tonight at 7 p.m., something like that. That's when I'm going to see it. I feel like I'm actually going into this in a good state because I don't know if I could feel more. I don't know if I could feel less invested in the movie in general, right?
Right.
Like I don't hate it as much as we've seen some people on out there like hating all of the fucking marketing. But it also, I feel almost nothing when I see it. There's almost nothing that I'm like, wow, that gets me excited. That gets me intrigued. I think that looks cool. Almost nothing. So I'm going in very neutral. So it means I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm not going to be overhyped. Nothing. I'm just going to go see it and we'll see what it does. I hope that I feel the same way as all these glazing influencers who shilled for this movie for months to be invited to premiere. I hope that I feel that, oh my gosh, this is incredible and amazing. I don't think I will, but we'll see.
I mean, it's like this guy asks these questions and then you see these dumb posts that show up that get like look at this. Do you mind if I share this?
Yeah.
It's just you're right. This is just for clicks and giggles, man. Like the MAGA idiots realizing Superman is an immigrant is effing hilarious. The dude gets 358,000 views on this. You know, he actually has a big account following, and he's followed by dude wipes. How could they? But yeah, it's like, I don't know, like this is such a weird talking point to me that they want to turn a Superman movie into such a political weirdness like that as a jab against people that support President Trump. It's like they're running out of things to take a jab at people that support Trump. So now let's make it about the Superman film to get them all upset and riled. I didn't see, like, honestly, unless they did it something on like a news network, I didn't really see any MAGA people like mad at Superman. Like I didn't see that.
Well, look, there was a lot of this does happen when sometimes these things blow over. There were a lot of the standard political, you saw during the Rachel Zegler stuff and things like that too. Sometimes things go across this
Right.
streams, and there were a lot of political talking heads talking about that specific interview, about it's about politics. Fox News did an entire segment on it. Like there was.
Oh, Fox News did. So
their
that's
like headline was like
okay.
super woke and stuff like that. So there was a lot of discussion about it yesterday, including from some people that you could describe as, you know, big right wingers or whatever. But to equate it to a MAGA meltdown over Superman, I don't know if that was exactly the case.
I think it's quite silly, but no matter what do you think of this? You think this stuff is real? This is just like, is the bot army in full effect? Like with this kind of stuff? Have you seen these things out there that people are collecting all these tweets
Well,
How about the Superman film and like they all say the same thing?
So the thing is, that's actually a direct copy paste of Grace Randolph's Randolph's tweet that she sent out about it. And look, a lot of people assume that, well, this must just be Warner Brothers buying bots. One thing people fail to recognize is that a lot of people, a lot of the bots that exist, and there's a fucking million bots out there. What they want is just engagement. What they want are people clicking on things. That's what they want. So if they see things that are blowing up, or they'll make replies to things that are blowing up in order to try to get the most views that they possibly can. So whether that's Warner Brothers bots specifically, or just random ones that are trying to get interaction, who fucking knows? But yeah, those are copy pasted from Grace Randolph's tweet.
That's crazy. Maybe they'll sell crypto.
Crypto.
Yeah, exactly.
They should have launched a crypto.
A crypto coin.
How could they not?
They could have talked to me. Would have had it all set up.
Oh, there you go. Listen to Jay for your crypto advice.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
The coin, not the dog. Buttery God for $5. I saw on Rev say Dessous that James Gooning says it's political, and if you don't like it, you're jerks. Any elaboration? Well, we talked about it yesterday. He gave an interview where he basically said, it's a movie about kindness, and there's going to be some jerks out there that don't like it, so screw them. If you don't like kindness, I suppose. And he did say it is going to be political. That he feels like the story of Superman is really the story about America and about immigrants. And that's the story that blew up the other day. The Singing Tigs, real BBC is early. I'm watching you, Figs. You're welcome. Well, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Singing Tigs. We appreciate all the support we can get over here. Going up against a lot of competition. It's like July at the box office here for us.
Yeah.
Old Renaissance boomer. You'd be plastered if you took a shot of whiskey for every time you said immigrant. What the fuck does Superman have to have with immigration? Well, you see, Superman is just like every other single illegal immigrant that's rolling into town. Everyone that we're deporting, they're actually just they're superheroes. They're just good, kind-hearted people. Chris Bolts, is this the gayest truth, justice, and the American way ever? Don't be modest.
Yeah, we missed that question, man. That's like that's his catch line, right? That's the question everyone I think expects. So
D's Webos for $5. In Man of Steel, Superman was like ice because he deported Zod and the Kryptonians to the Phantom Zone. They didn't come to Earth legally. It's true. We love our immigrants. General Zod, you're more than welcome to come here. No problems. Like, do we understand how silly that is? Like,
what about the Predator, man? He was just trying to have a little sport. Do we welcome him with open arms?
And you know what?
As he hunts people down.
If fucking Clark Kent, if I was paying for Clark Kent's medical bills and his fucking food stamps and his fucking everything else, you know what? I might want to send him back too. Okay? Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, Trump's got to get back in Elon's good graces to build another ship to send Clark Kent back to some other planet. That's it. Make it happen.
Thomas the Terrible for $5. Why are Jeremy and Gary live during daily? What's up with that? Hail to the 199 in Rebellion. I don't know. I'm not sure what Jeremy's doing. I know Real BBC is early today too. I have a theory. I have no idea if I'm right or not, but I have a theory that Mahler and Az, who are on that show, have to go see Superman. And it comes out before here, obviously, because they're a couple like 5 hours ahead of time. That's my guess as to why that show's early, but I really have no idea. Autoholic. Yeah, Superman's an immigrant, one who fully integrated to represent American values. Someone needs to respond with that. And then it's me screaming. Udite. Superman's adopted, which is not a type of immigration that MAGA and other conservatives have a problem with.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't see the parallels to what's going on modern day and what people are actually having
I
problems
guess they
with.
think that's going to get people in to watch. Maybe. They'll be like, stick it to the orange man bad and come see this movie about what true immigration means, about being kind to strangers.
Snooty Mims for $10 over on Rumble says Switzerland Play It, Comics Dad Channel, Luigi 34, World of Gaming, great gaming channels. Cavill was the real. Now we got Timu Soups. Hail G&G, hail Rumble. Well, thank you, Snooty Mims. Appreciate the recommendations over there on the Rumble side. Hey, did you see this fucking recent Tree Bear meme?
Oh, God, no. No.
It's us as WNBA players, I guess.
Oh, no. I saw the other one where I was Caitlin Clark. This is the reserves.
You're Kelsey Plum, I think.
Oh. I think I have the biggest boobs of everybody on that.
Look at Mike.
Kelsey Plum. Wow. Actually, blends in pretty well. Where are you?
I'm Angel Reese.
Look at Jerry. You're freaking Reese.
Yeah, I'm Angel Reese.
You're freaking Reese.
Apparently.
Oh,
that's me.
Pretty, you are Angel Reese is the new face of Reebok shoes. You know?
Wow.
Man, there's another weird debate going on. Like, I don't know. It's like everything always comes back to this. I don't know what it is. They want people to pick their best hamburger out of the bunch.
It's not even close, and it's Five Guys.
I agree. Of course, they make it that. I think they made that bun look frumpy on purpose.
Well, the thing is, it does get wrapped. It's all that. It's super hot, and it gets wrapped up in the package.
Yeah.
You know, so it does. Maybe it is a little crumpled because of that, but just there is no fucking comparison here from the ones that are listed. It's Five Guys. And
which one have you had the most of, though?
McDonald's, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
But if you're factoring in price and stuff like that, then maybe you can have like an argument, more bang for your buck and stuff. But if you're just asking which is better, it's
Five Guys.
Five Guys.
I agree. If I remove Five Guys, it's between Wendy's and McDonald's for me. Shake Shack, nah, I'm good. Burger King.
You
I don't remember the last time I had a Burger King burger.
Didn't we go to Shake Shack when we were in
Boston
or something? And
might have been the last time I've ever been.
I had a terrible experience, bro.
Yeah. No In-N-Out, no Whataburger, none of that's on there.
There's no reason to put In-N-Out on there. Is In-N-Out better than Burger King? Yeah. Better than like a normal White Castle burger? Yeah. But come on.
Five Guys. Every now and then people just need to argue about something. They always come back to fast food.
The In-N-Out cult is pathetic. You can tell all of them, like it started in California, clearly, you know, obviously, from the types of arguments you get about it.
The thing is,
good. It's good for the price, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a great burger. My problem is I don't like waiting in those lines. So if there's a McDonald's next to an In-N-Out and the McDonald's is empty, I'm probably going to go to McDonald's because I don't want to wait in the long In-N-Out lines.
Yeah,
that's all. That's just me.
It is irrational, right? It's like it's like a sense of hype that's created about it, then forces everyone to be like, oh, well, it actually is really good. If you don't agree, well, there's something wrong with you. Oh, well, I guess it is really good then. I guess we'll wait 45 minutes. Like, it is a good bang for your buck. In-N-Out, good bang for your buck. No lies detected there. But come on. Five Guys, really fucking expensive, but it's a way better burger, and it's not even close. Not even close.
Bro, this is crazy. I know we got one more story. I'm just going to hop in just real quick. I'm sorry. I'm just seeing this live. People are waiting up to 3 hours to get Dinosaur, the ride closing merch. Look at these long lines. They posted pictures. They're at the park early to go get it. if you didn't know, Disney is closing another ride, which is Dinosaur, that's been there forever at Animal Kingdom. And they decided finally to release, I don't even see a picture of the merch. They had it up there the other day. They decided to release like Dinosaur goodbye merch for this ride that, quite honestly, I could skip it if I'm there, unless it's like under 10-minute wait, maybe. And it's crazy that people like they are showing up to purchase this merch today because I guess it's a limited supply. I wonder how many people there are. This guy here, this big dude right here, 100%. I'm going out on a limb here. This guy's a reseller. This is the kind of guy that will go in line and buy 100 of those items, take it back, sit at home, and just plop it all on eBay and be good for the month. That's just what they do. The Disney resellers, man, are like they're a wild bunch. They don't do anything. They show up, stand in line. It's the only exercise they get for the month. Buy a bunch of stuff that's limited and go home and just sit the rest of the time until the next limited thing comes out.
Bro, they make a lot of money on that.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
So
that's
the controversy around like the Epic Universe opening day medallion that apparently there weren't enough of.
Yeah.
So did you see that they put them up for sale on the store?
You can get them online. Yeah.
You can get them online now. Bro, I checked eBay. There were people that were paying like $300 for that thing just a few days before it got put up online.
That's freaking crazy.
Woo!
The reseller, like the reselling stuff. When the few days after that medallion thing, people had that thing listed. Now I don't know if anybody paid for it. They had that thing listed as upwards of $3,000.
There was a lot that went for several $100s for sure.
Yeah. Just to buy a quick coin. They didn't have merch for the closing of Rivers of America. They didn't have merch for the closing of Muppet Vision. And everybody, like Disney people, threw a big fit about it. But of all rides, Dinosaur, that thing's closing early next year. It's gonna be replaced by Indiana Jones.
What is the coaster that's closing at Universal? The
Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah, they had shirts on sale.
They had shirts for sale.
Closing.
Yeah,
I saw some shirts for that.
They had closing shirt for that as well, but nothing for Muppets. That's crazy. Or Rivers of America that's been there since like day one. You would think they would have like something, but
dinosaurs get it.
Dinosaurs get it. Interesting.
We have to. Where is this? We got to talk about another Black Snape story. This one, I ain't gonna lie, Jay. I was disappointed by this one.
Really?
Disappointed by this story.
I can't imagine why.
Well, not just because it's a Black Snape story. But I don't know if anyone cares. Pippa Middleton returns in Duchess Sophie's favorite summer shoes. Not sure if you care about that, Jay. But that's a big story going on, apparently.
Why was that not on the title?
Pippa Middleton, I don't know. But we have most of the cast for the Harry Potter reboot officially announced at this point. And with a handful of smattering arguments here or there with some of the characters, for the most part, people think the cast looks pretty damn good. With one major exception. And that is, of course, Black Snape. Papa Sidhu cast as Snape, who is a white character, who is described as white multiple times. I don't care how many of you retards try to argue and be like, well, it just says sallow skin. No, he's described specifically as white. Even marble white, his thin white face, like over and over again. Like dozens of instances of Snape specifically being called white. But Papa Sidhu doesn't look like Snape, the physical description. Doesn't look like him, the skin color description. Nothing. But he is going to play Severus Snape. And there's been a lot of backlash over this. And it is not right-wing backlash. It is not, oh, just these people. It is across the scope of the political landscape, over the fandom. People that normally are completely fine with race-swapping characters or whatever are even saying, well, I'm good with you race-swapping characters, but not this one. Because of the details that go into Snape, who he is, growing up, all of these things that would completely change the tone of his character, no pun intended. But one Harry Potter alum is saying you're fucking racist if you have any problems with this.
Really?
And this one hurts me because I like Jason Isaacs, like him as an actor, He has, defended J.K. Rowling multiple times, but I could not disagree more when it comes to this. Harry Potter alum Jason Isaacs calls out racist fans for being rude about Papa Esitu's Snape casting. They will be swallowing their tongues, he says.
What?
Here's the quote. Papa Esitu is one of the best actors I've ever seen in my life. I've seen some people online who are being rude about him. What they're being is racist, Isaacs said. All the cast of the new Harry Potter TV series are amazing. They'll be swallowing their tongues, hopefully, their digital tongues, when they see what Papa does on screen.
What?
Here's the thing, Jay. Papa Esitu could be an incredibly talented actor. I think Jason Isaacs is a fantastic actor. I love him. However, if he'd been cast in the Harry Potter movies to play, I don't know, Kingsley Shacklebolt, who's a black wizard, you know what I would have said, even though I think he's a great actor? Not the guy for the role, not the guy for the job.
100%.
This doesn't make any fucking sense. And the idea that by blanketly saying, if you have a problem with them deviated from the source material and casting this person for this role that's going to significantly alter this character's character, then you're just fucking racist. It's bullshit, bro. We've been here so many times.
No, it's just what they say now. That's just a quick answer. For some strange reason, why he decided to say that, I have no idea. It's so tiring that this is their go-to. It's like, but he's like people that are being rude. You mean people that are questioning the decision of casting someone that looks nothing like the character described in the books? People questioning the decision of why this person is playing a character that is supposed to, have a specific role as to why he looks the way he looks in the movie, in the book series and in the movies. And so if you're rude about that, you're just racist. What is they will be swallowing their tongues? What the heck does that even mean?
It just means like you'll be eating your own words. You'll want to like take that back type of thing. They're going to be quiet about it after they see his performance.
You're going to be swallowing your tongues. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. He could be a freaking fabulous actor. But if you don't fit the role, then of course people are going to question it. And calling people rude and racist is such an old, tired playbook to try to get people to shut up. That's pretty much it. They pulled this crap years ago, man. It all started, I think, like, what was it? 2016 Ghostbusters. If you disliked the film, you were a racist. And at the time, it got people a little shocked. They're like, well, I don't want to talk about the film because I don't want to be called a racist. I don't want to lose my job or anything. But it's such a tired old trope, man. Like, give it a rest. Nobody cares anymore. That word has no meaning. You guys have killed the meaning of that word completely. And now a lot of people wear it as a badge of honor. Where it's like, oh, you called me a racist for questioning something. Hey, great. Badge of honor to me. So it's so dumb. My thoughts.
And it sucks because I don't have any delusions that Jason Isaacs probably, has a different political opinion than me, whatever. However, I do really like him as an actor, and I like that he's stuck up multiple times for J.K. Rowling, and he's probably sticking up for his friend here. But by labeling everybody else racist because they have a problem with this egregious, fucking ridiculous casting decision that so many people have called out, it is truly bullshit.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. He took that playbook out of Star Wars. That's what they love to do. Every other
fucking big franchise, basically.
Hey, that's what they love to do when you question. Question. Don't question, just consume.
Lovely. That guy playing Snape is like Chris Pratt playing Lando. Yes, exactly.
100%. Or Mace Windu. Would have said the same thing.
Exactly. Jay, you sent me this story the other day, and I just saw it popped up on the side. No, fuck you, variety. But I did see this. You sent me this story the other day.
Yeah.
We heard about this plan for theaters. Like, theaters are desperately trying to find ways to get more people to the cinema. They talked about it, a couple months ago at their big meeting, and they need to do something. And they've even been like, well, what if we let people smoke weed in theaters? What if we do this?
Yeah.
What if we do that? Right. All these things. Well, now AMC is having another big discount day. Discount Tuesday has been a thing for quite some time in a lot of theaters. Now AMC theaters, adding that on Wednesdays as well. AMC theaters to offer 50% off tickets on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Kind of a bad sign, right? Like trying desperately to get people to come into the theater, and watch movies. So it's like Tuesday, Wednesday. Are they going to add another one if that doesn't work? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Probably not Thursdays because that's premiere, like movie premieres. But yeah, 50% off. Not it's all like participating AMCs, I guess. But theaters are having a rough go around. Number one, Hollywood's producing nothing but crap that people don't want to see. Streaming service probably keeps people at home for movies that they're on the fence. There really hasn't been like a blockbuster. I feel like this is the first time in a while we've had like somewhat blockbuster month where you have like 3 big movies coming out in the same month. And so they're hurting, man. Maybe the popcorn bucket will save these people. Maybe that'll be the thing. Who knows? You think we'll see a day where the theater's just like gone? I know after the lockdowns, the one theater where I used to live, the one smaller theater closed. It never reopened. It just never reopened. So it was a Regal. It was a small Regal. Didn't have the upgraded seats or anything, but people went to it, but it just like once the lockdowns hit a few years back, it like I don't know what it's doing today, but it just never reopened. Well, you wonder if like theaters will just condense to like one like bigger areas, the smaller ones will probably get swallowed up. What they need to do, Ryan, they need to bring back the $2 movie theaters, man. I don't know if that's profitable, if that makes sense. I don't know if you remember those, but back in the day, there was like a $2 movie theater. It was movies that came out a little bit later, but I guess there's no need for them because they dump those movies on streaming as soon as they're done in the regular box office. But
well, I don't know if we talked about it on this stream or not, or if I was doing it on my own, but there was a survey that recently came out that basically said over half of like Hollywood and theatrical executives think that we've got about a 20-year window before the theatrical experience is completely changed forever. Like
20 years.
There's not a viable business model anymore. And that doesn't mean that it'll go away. Every theater will close down and not open. They will still remain open. In the same way that you have all of these things that once were the thing in entertainment, and then something else comes along and it takes over, whether you're talking about stage plays, whether you're talking about radio, then to television, all this stuff does happen, right? So I don't think it'll ever go away. It'll just be scaled down based on the interest level for people actually going to theaters. And we've already seen it happening in a way. Gone are these massive, not gone completely, but phased out have been a lot of these 350 person theaters, with these tiny little armchairs. Now they're all big and open. You might fit 120 people in there, but you charge more for it, a premium experience. People bring the food to you to make it more of a premium experience, to make it more worth your while to go. Like those types of things have already been happening. And it's going to continue. People's viewing habits have changed. And in large part, it's due to Hollywood's own fault. Like they're the ones that went all in on streaming, even though it wasn't profitable for a lot of these studios to do so. They're the ones who are doing these 30-day release windows before putting something on digital, right? Hollywood are the ones that led them down this path, and now they're suffering the consequences as viewers have changed their habits. At the end of the day, the biggest impact is probably them putting out shit that no one wants to see. But there are a lot of other business factors that go into it as well.
Yeah. I think 20 years is I don't think we have that much time, honestly, unless they start, like you said, making the theater a more enjoyable an experience and having movies that people are excited to go see. People will just choose not to go. So, and then like, what's the point in going? It's a lot of money to go, especially bringing families and stuff, when you could just wait and watch it on streaming in like 2 months afterwards. If it's a movie that you don't feel like I'm excited to go see.
Unless you go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah. Now you can get 50% off. I hope that's not just for like the first matinee, because most normal people would be at work. So if they push it to the evening times, that might have an impact. So
what they're doing is they're going to be doing it in connection with like their AMC Stubs members and stuff. Now, I don't think you actually need to pay anything to be part of AMC Stubs. there is like an A-list and premiere that's a paid option for that, but I think that's how they're doing it. It's through their AMC Stubs. They're free rewards members.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that one thing that came out like several years ago, where it's like you pay a monthly fee and you can see as many movies as you want in the theater? It lasted like 6 months and they went bankrupt.
AMC has some stuff like that. I think like a movie a week or something. Not
yeah, there was one that came out. It was like unlimited films for like this monthly fee, and like they didn't expect so many people to just keep going and going and going and going. So they had to end it or readjust it, something like that.
Bro, I got my AMC membership so I don't have to wait with the fucking plebs for popcorn, so I can zoom by all you fucking losers who are sitting. I can take the fucking premiere line and don't have to wait as long.
I'm not there yet. I'm still Fandango, man.
Fandango? Fuck Fandango, bro.
Yeah. Well, every time I get a ticket on Fandango, they give me a $5 coupon. So, and I use that for the next one. So there you go.
Wild Man, looking good today, Jay. Have you been lifting? I feel betrayed by Wild Man right now.
I have actually. I actually have like workout tools on my desk, like when I'm just uploading videos, like just to get a
workout
little
tools on your desk, huh?
Yeah, like this. Like, you ever see one of these things?
Oh yeah, blast in the chest.
And then like you could put it up here and just.
You 100% saw that on Instagram, didn't you?
I don't know if it was Instagram. It might have been on Twitter. I've had it for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, when like videos are uploading, just pick it up and just at least it keeps you moving a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Than just sitting.
Udite, speaking of Harry Potter race swaps, did you see an Italian girl's playing Pavardi? She's Italian. The girl looked super Indian to me. Indians were offended the Weasleys got real twins, but not the Patels because they all look alike. Now one's Italian. I did not see that. So Pavardi Patil and Padma Patil, her sister, in the Harry Potter franchise, are Indian. So is she like half or anything, or just straight up Italian? She looked very dark.
I don't know funny those things.
The Trillist for 5. Holly Weird. If you don't watch this, you're a racist. Me. I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry.
It took AMC theaters this long to do matinee pricing. This isn't matinee pricing. Matinee pricing it continues to be a thing. This is specifically a different thing. I think it's for all days, not just a matinee. The theater I worked at was doing it Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and that was 10 years ago. So like, if I go to a normal matinee for not a premium screening or anything, it's $10. That's what it is for me at my local AMC. And that's not on a discount day. That's not anything like that. If I go to a fucking matinee showing, it's $10. That's why when everyone's like,
so like today,
it costs you $40 to go. I'm like, it doesn't cost me $40.
No. You got the Amazon thing. Is it a little more expensive today?
What today it is. I forget what it is. Fucking like 20 or 25 bucks because it's an IMAX too, I believe. So, but yeah. So, but that's not normal. Normally, I'm seeing these things like in the afternoon because obviously my schedule is flexible enough that I can do that, and it's usually $9.99. Or I can just pay like I'm pretend I'm a kid. It costs me like $5 or something, you know?
Yeah, those teenagers don't care.
But Jay, we made it through an hour of Geeks and Gamers Daily. While everybody else was live streaming and you were making hot dogs and leaving the StreamYard call.
Yeah, man, that first 15 minutes was crazy. It just kept crashing. I don't know what it was. I might have been the toaster. Like the toaster's unplugged now, and like I stayed strong.
I don't think that would affect your.
I don't think so either.
But
that makes no sense. It was just like a weird. I got all kinds of warnings, and then it just kind of eased off. So, but anyway, we made it through. Thank God.
There you go. You got anything going on?
Nothing today. No. I'm going out to dinner with my dad. My dad's in town, so I'm taking him out to dinner.
Nice. There you go.
A little family time with Pop. So that's about it.
Well, that's fun. I'm going to be going to see Superman. We'll see. Maybe I'll have an entire crowd full of people that are super hyped. Maybe they'll bring their dogs with them to see Crypto. I don't fucking know.
Hope they take a big dump on the.
Yeah,
I think that'd be funny.
But Jeremy is live if you guys want to go. I think he's covering like a Trump cabinet meeting or whatever. Obviously, this is an entertainment thing. That's a political thing. So you guys are free to go there if you want to. Go check it out. D-Day Cobra is live right now. Actually, we could probably, we don't have that many people, but I guess we can raid. So take me about 30 seconds to set.
Does he have raids on?
Does he?
Yeah.
We about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Customization, redirect. I believe he does. President Trump cabinet meeting live. No idea what's going on there, but we'll send you guys there. Have a great day, Jay. Says Wild Man.
Thank you, Wild Man.
There you go. And if you want to go to Real BBC, I'm sure they're talking about Superman stuff. If you're more interested in the entertainment side, go to Real BBC. Gary's live right now. And that's it for us. We won't see you tomorrow.
Won't.
But we will see you Thursday. Bye, everybody.